day.
Right.
So we would have used shoes and like brand new shoes just lined up in there, and people would like start catching on. Like we would market, we record the shoe like on Instagram, Snapchat, mostly Snapchat. We record the shoe, say we got this, pull up, we're here, and that just started like slowly like building from there. Like a lot of people would just come for shoes, and we also did like games and stuff to win a free pair of shoes or discount.
Yeah, I remember them.
We had a little hoop.
Yeah,
you got the little hoop. You shoot the little hoop, and you make it. You probably give you something for free. Yeah, man. Like I think around like December, that's when.
Baby like dark and why you buku when you pop out is me and pop boy about the soda can you side cry. I had the man's meat, I'm getting discreet, that's bullshit. Feel like 10 feet about your bullshit, the pink dark and why you buku when you pop out is me and pop boy.
All right. Welcome back to the Mike on Mike podcast, where we dive into real stories with real people and we get different perspectives. I'm your host, Mike Robinson, and today I got another special guest with me, my guy, Budamaine.
Hey.
We appreciate you for taking the time today. We know you got a lot going on and just found out you moved to Maywood.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's a long drive. We appreciate you making the drive for
Oh, yeah,
us,
of course,
man.
bro. Definitely.
Yeah, so how you holding up today, man?
I'm good. Like in good spirits. Like I feel good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Matches the weather. It's the first nice day for real.
Yeah, that's true.
No, so let's get right into it. Go into a little bit of your background. We met in middle school when you moved here. So can you just describe what moving in middle school was like? Because every young kid doesn't want to necessarily get rid of all their friends and start over. So can you talk about that for us?
Yeah. So I went to Fisher Middle School first. I went 6th and 7th grade, and my mom wanted to move to Oswego, but let me backtrack. But I say like at Fisher Middle School, like I had like a lot of like homies and stuff down there.
For sure.
I played basketball for Fisher, and I basically grew up with them because I went to elementary out there in Aurora as well. So when my mom told me she wanted to move, like after going to like 8th grade, I'm like, bruh.
You was hot.
Yeah, I was hot, man. I'm like, come on. But yeah, when we made that transition to Oswego, I went to Plank where I met you, and like other people as well. But it was a great like.
It was.
I met a lot of people. Like first day there.
Right. No, it was speaking from my point of view. You know, not a lot of black kids was at our school, so you know it was like you, Gerard, Chandler, like it was like Jalen. It was like a random flux of black kids that came to Plank in 8th grade.
Okay,
so I was like,
cool.
yeah, it was real decent having a new influx of black kids and not being the only like 5.
Right. And you know, Jalen one who gave me the tour around the school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's how I met him first.
Okay.
Yeah. So
no, that's good. I'm gonna skip this next question. So, how was high school like for you then? So after you had all your friends and everything, so was this transition from middle school to high school cool for you?
It was cool because even during that time, I was still going down to Aurora any way I can.
Right,
to
for
see my
sure.
homies. Then I went to high school in Oswego, and so it was definitely like still cool with me because I had a relationship with y'all, relationship down there in Aurora, and I feel like even I was playing basketball there too. So yeah, I feel like it was a good transition.
No, that's good.
Can't complain about it.
No, that's good. So, speaking of you and your friends, not a lot of you guys, but you guys started a reselling business, Righteous Kicks. Do you want to start like how that idea sparked for you guys and how that began?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a little story. So
we got time.
yeah, we did. I had let me start with this. How about I start that? I was in the Army.
I forgot you was in the Army.
Yeah,
I completely forgot you was in the Army.
Yeah.
Hold on. We gonna go talk about the Army.
Okay.
Why did you end up going to the Army?
Yeah, okay. So during like junior and senior year, I wanted to be like a basketball player. And during that time, I didn't make junior or senior. I was heated.
That was crazy.
You remember that?
I
Oh my
remember.
God.
Everybody was like, "How did you not make the team?" Like, Like,
I
no
was
diss to the other guy. We shout out Jaden, shout out Connor. We shout out the guys.
shout out to all of
But
them.
like, it was crazy.
It was crazy,
It was
bro.
crazy. Like, I did not know. I was like, Jermaine got cut.
Yes, bro. And I was heated, man. I was like, I went home and started crying. But
That's how it was for a lot of people. Their first time getting
Yeah.
cut. I remember in middle school. For me, I was at home. I mean, I was weak. Everybody knew I was weak.
Yeah.
But like, still, it hurt. It hurt getting cut.
right, because I was playing basketball since I was 10, but so it really hurt me. But after I didn't make it, like the varsity team, after high school, I did a little bit of AAU, like basketball, and it wasn't working out for me. I wanted to do something that, like, helps. I guess like put me out there, and that was the Army. Like Army, I just wanted to do something,
Right.
like figure something out.
Change of pace.
Yeah, I even thought about college after. Once I get done with the Army, I thought about like going to college too. But yeah, so I signed up for the Army, and that was around 2019. And the day I left from here, it was September, so I was going from home around like 6 months.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So that's not too bad.
Right.
And it was okay. I was National Guard. People gonna talk mess about National Guard, but yeah, I was going home from 6 months. And
Where were you stationed at?
The station in Fort Benning.
Fort
So
Benning.
that was in like Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, Fort Benning, Georgia. Shout out to Fort Benning, man. That's like
it was a good time.
it was alright, bro. It was cool though. Like you meet a lot of people, different backgrounds, and you go through a lot of mental like hardship for
No,
sure.
for sure. Being away from home for the first time and that being in the Army, I don't even know how that would be.
Yeah,
like
bro.
you, like they had to cut your hair off and all that.
Yes, I was bald, bro.
They bogus.
Skillet.
They bogus.
Hairline messed up.
Nah, they wrong. They cut up. You had some decent hair. In
Had
high
some
school.
decent hair,
they bogus.
Yeah, man, they cut it all off.
So transitioning out of that, why wasn't the college route for you, for say? Because a lot of people like go through that mental battle of, do I want to go? Do I not want to go? That I went through that. I didn't know if I was gonna go or not. I didn't know I was gonna go to college until like July of like after graduation. So
Right.
what was that like for you?
See, I was planning on going to college like after I got home, but I had like this mindset of wanting to be something like an entrepreneur or something. Like just
For
get
sure.
myself out there. So college was like on the back of my mind after I got home, because I was seeing all my homies. I got home, I'm seeing all my homies. I'm having fun. Even like once I got home, I started doing YouTube, like vlogging.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like,
Right. Doing something different.
Just doing
besides
something.
Being in the four walls. Right.
yeah, and I wasn't always like a good at school, like sitting down, just wanting to learn stuff. I think experience was like better for me. So,
Right. You're a learn by doing type.
Yeah, that's definitely me for sure. Like I still think about college to this day. I'm like, dude, should I still go?
I mean, you can always go.
I still can
mean,
always
yeah,
go.
people go back all the
That's
time.
true.
man.
I still can go for sure.
Yeah. So, all right. So I completely forgot that you went to the Army. I don't even have no questions down.
Nah,
that's cool. So let's start going into when you came back from the Army. Your entrepreneurship goals. You had some of those in mind. How did Righteous come to mind?
So, yeah, once I got home back, that was during COVID time too. So 2020.
Right.
I mean, it's like the beginning. So yeah, once I got home, that's when I started looking into like things I personally want to do for myself. So my mom was like my biggest motivation for sure. She still is.
100%.
During that time, she would make like party decorations, cakes. She was doing a lot of stuff.
Just trying to figure something out.
So seeing her do all that, it's like, okay, this is good motivation. Like, I'm gonna start vlogging. I'm gonna start like being around people. I was vlogging during that time. Then I seen, hey, my bad.
No, you good.
Yeah.
You good.
So I like see my mom like doing all this like work, like just she's a pure entrepreneur.
She was
for
grinding.
sure.
She's a grinder.
Yeah. So she had this Cricut machine. You know what the Cricut machine is?
No.
It's
I
like
do not.
it's like this machine where you can put vinyl in it and it'll cut out like the stuff you like, the words and letters and stuff like that you want.
I low key do know it. My one is literally over there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see my mom had that, and um, I wanted to like do something with it, and around that time, like I said, it was COVID, and that's when like riots and stuff going on, like even downtown the world, people was
Right. Yeah.
breaking down
They was.
businesses and stuff. And I think that was like during the Black Lives Matter march.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
All that stuff.
So
Going
I
on.
seen that was going crazy. So I went to like the Michael's, Michael's the store.
Yeah.
I would get like T-shirts, and I'm like, I'm gonna start making some Black Lives Matter shirts.
And that was the start of it.
Yeah, that was just like the start of it. That's like the beginning of it. Me wanting to be an entrepreneur. Now I was also working at FedEx at the time, overnights.
Okay.
So that's where I get my money from and stuff, buying T-shirts.
Okay, no, for sure.
Yeah, so I would do that, and I was making the T-shirts, and I would post them online. People would like
Post them on like Instagram or like
it was mostly Snapchat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll post them on Snapchat, and I'll get like a lot of people like, yeah, let me get one. I made like Latina lives for Black Lives. I made regular Black Lives Matter in like different colors, black, white, red. Yeah, so I was doing that, and that was actually decent. I wasn't doing it for too long.
Right. But that was like kind of the start of it.
Yeah, that's like kind of the start of it. Like also during that time, I seen one of my homies I went to high school with. His name was Trey, which is like my business partner. And he'd been selling shoes since he was like young, maybe 10, maybe even younger.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, so
before
he
people
knows,
even knew about the stuff for real.
Yeah, so he knows like the in and out of it. But I'll see him post shoes on Snapchat and selling them, and I know it's like a lot right now, but
No, you good. That's why we got you on here.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you on here. I knew you got a lot to say.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, so I would see him post shoes online, and I'm like, you can make money off shoes, because
Yes.
I was into shoes, but I didn't know anything about the market. And I always had shoes. My mom would just get me right.
Oh yeah, no, you always had.
Yeah, I
the
always had
shoes.
shoes.
Always had the shoes.
I never thought about selling them or like looking it up and seeing the price of them. So I'm like, yo, you could sell shoes. So yeah, so I would hit him up, like get like ideas and inspiration from him. Like where do you post your shoes online? Like how do you find shoes? I would ask him all types of questions. And that's when I slowly started getting into that. So I was doing the shirts, and then I started like slowly getting into shoes, because that's when I started being more knowledgeable on the market.
Right.
So I started jumping into that. So with that, I was starting with OfferUp, and also I had military discount at the time.
Okay, that's fire.
And there's an outlet mall, in the world out here. I would go to Nike and use my military discount and Nike discount. It was like 30% off of like brand new shoes. Like it would be anything, like some Air Maxes, some Air Forces, Air Force Ones. Man, I just sell them like below market and just resell that. But I think that's like the beginning of where I started to catch on. So when I started like going on OfferUp, buying used shoes as well, I would clean them up. I would post it on OfferUp, and pretty much just wait like hopefully I sell this yeah. So it's like a lot of waiting game.
Right. So it was a lot of rinse and repeat, just trying to figure out while I'm waiting.
Even like I didn't know everything about shoes. I was just doing stuff.
Right. I
Like,
mean,
literally.
that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff.
Yeah,
right?
bro. Like,
you
I
guys
didn't know.
do stuff at the beginning of stuff.
Like, it's more into it. Like, you gotta make sure the shoe is not fake. You gotta make sure like the shoe is like good market. Like it would be able to sell. Like all that. And I was still like kind of clueless. I was just doing it. So like I'll buy used shoes and it'll probably sit for a while. I won't be able to sell. So you probably have to sell it below what you bought it for. And I'll get like used shoes for like $40, $60, $80, it depends, $100, and try to clean them up and try to sell them for like $120, $140. Not even that much profit. But yeah, I was just doing stuff, bro. And I was motivated by my business partner who that I didn't practice kicks with. But yeah, over time, my homie Trey, he seen me like wanting to be a reseller.
For
like,
sure.
He see like all the shoes I post, like me just grinding. So he hit me up saying like, let's start like doing stuff together. Let's go to Nike. You can use your discount and we just buy like a bunch of shoes and post them together type stuff.
Right.
So man, we started doing that a lot. Like it'd be me, Trey, Michael, Mahari. We all
all y'all.
we just go to Nike and just grab shoes, and for discounts too. Yeah, we were doing that for a bit.
Right. So y'all was doing that for a bit. So that's how y'all started, right? So when did y'all like think like, okay, this is like really can be something? Like when did y'all see things really taking off?
Taking off when
Like for example, like you guys got a store in the mall.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. Like
Yeah.
we was like, we know the owners of this store walk
Yeah.
in like, yo, my boy, like what's going on? Like
Yeah.
like that was crazy from an outside perspective. So when was you guys like, okay, we can like actually have a storefront. We can actually be something bigger than just posting on Snapchat, posting on Instagram, you know?
So before we even got the store, we had like a homie named Kanan. He owned a smoke shop,
Okay.
and he owned it with some couple people, but he had a smoke shop. It was like in Plainfield, close to Plainfield. He hit up Trey because he seen Trey just going crazy with shoes. He was like, "Yo, y'all want to put y'all shoes inside the smoke shop?" And then Trey was like, "Even though it's like you don't really hear that.
That's like a random idea.
idea.
Super random.
Super random. This is still in like 2020?
Probably
It's
2020,
still, yeah,
2021.
Yeah, it's still 2020. And Trey was like yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
why
down.
not?
Why not?
Mhm.
That's when Trey texted me. He was like, "Yo, you want to put shoes like in a smoke shop? And we just sell shoes from there." I'm like, "Okay."
And
Like, why not?
that was working. Like it was
Why
working.
not? Yes, like, bro. Like once we like transition, we don't have like how many pairs of shoes? Like 40 pairs. We probably start like 30 to 40 pairs of shoes. Like, well, yeah. Once we started like setting up and stuff, and Trey, he was good at marketing, so he knew he was marketing it. He
Marketing.
yeah, he's
major.
marketing, taking the pictures.
Okay.
He knows the angles.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
he really knows how to break it
Yeah,
down.
he really knows how to break it down. And plus, his relationship with God was like beautiful as well. That's where he got the name Righteous from.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Righteous Kicks. So
So Trey came up with the name for it.
Trey came up with the name. I was just his partner the whole time. And yeah, so Trey came up with the name. We went inside the smoke shop, and I'll say this is like around like October. What was it? September. We went in there. 2020. Yeah, we started setting up. Once like Trey started like posting like we're in a smoke shop, like you slowly start seeing like traffic, even like random traffic. People didn't even know about us, but people would go in there and just buy blunts. You know, just anything. It's a smoke shop,
right? And they would
they'd be like, "Oh, shoes." Like it's kind of okay,
right.
so we would have used shoes and like brand new shoes just lined up in there, and people would like start catching on. Like we would market, we would record the shoe like on Instagram, Snapchat, mostly Snapchat. We record the shoe, say we got this, pull up, we're here, and that just started like slowly like building from there. Like a lot of people would just come for shoes, and we also did like games and stuff to win a free pair of shoes or discount.
Yeah, I remember them.
We had a little hoop.
Yeah,
You had the little hoop. You shoot the little hoop, and you make it. You probably give you something for free. Yeah, man. Like, I think around like December, that's when a lot of things. Like that's when we was like seeing like the potential. Like, oh my gosh, so many people are here for like Christmas gifts, like all types of stuff. Like it was insane, man. Like it was insane. Yeah, so we were in that smoke shop for around 8 months,
Okay.
and during that like the 8 months, that's when we had like decent amount of shoes.
So when you guys were in the smoke shop, was he like charging y'all, or y'all were just like was he?
Yeah, we were
Okay.
Yeah, we were paying like a fee.
Little, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
like a
gotcha,
little
gotcha.
fee. It wasn't too much, but it was cool. Yeah, so we were in there for 8 months. And Trey was like, "You think we should move to Fox Valley?" Then we look into like the spots and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
Right, yeah, y'all got the
Like,
clientele.
we got
for
the
it.
clientele. Like, we got a decent amount of supporters, and there's no resale store out in Aurora.
No, y'all was literally the first ones.
First one, and I grew up there. I'm like literally we grew up
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
So it's like,
why not?
Like let's just do it. So yeah, we pretty much just like we did it. Like we signed the lease and stuff. We started moving all the shoes from the smoke shop, and like started setting everything up. What did I say? This is around like May. This one May 2021. That's when we first opened.
Okay.
May 2021, and I'll tell you, man, when we opened, it was like a surreal moment. Like we didn't think how big Righteous Kicks gonna get. It just blew up quick.
Yeah.
Like yes, like
real fast.
I'm like, yo.
Yes, bro. That's how once the momentum really kick in,
Yeah,
it really
like,
kick.
what? How is this even possible?
No,
it was a beautiful thing though. Like it's insane.
No, I'm glad. So once things really started like booming, how did you guys end up balancing friendship and business as partners?
With me and Trey relationship, I'll say we started gaining a better friendship when we became partners.
For sure.
So I think that's like a big thing too, because like being friends with like I guess like a partner, it's like you gotta, like you said, like how you balance that. So I feel like we definitely, with me and his relationship, we definitely balance it well. I feel like it was just more business though, because that's where we started getting more closer when we became business partners. So like it was friends too, like we hang out and do stuff like that. But Righteous Kick was like nonstop.
No,
so
for
it's
sure.
Like we didn't have much to hang out for real.
But you guys were always together.
We were always together. So we was Righteous Kicks, like even me and him have kids too. We're both the same age. So and I had yeah.
So y'all just like
I'm jumping around.
No, you good. Okay. So what eventually ended up making you part ways with Righteous?
I'm an investor of Righteous.
Well, what? Not part ways. Let me reword that. That's my apology. What made you make it take a step back?
Take a step back. There's a lot to that because during that time, I took a step back. That's when I was like going through like trying to like understand like who I'm truly am. I had my son, and also I was with my son mom at the time. And that's when around that time that's when we started splitting. And Righteous was like I was let me see how I say that.
You kind of you had other priorities to take care of.
It's like priorities, but it was like more like differences between like me and Righteous. So I feel like it's not something I could be part of right now, or like just me being there like all the time. It's like something I wouldn't be able to do
for sure.
Just because of the differences we had, but like everything's still cool. I'm an investor.
Right. No, it's all love.
Yeah, it's all love still for sure. But yeah, man. During that time I was going through a lot. It was like 2023. Yeah.
Right. I was just gonna ask, was it a difficult transition? You stepping back, like you were there from the beginning, like you're like like damn, like I've been working on this, but I gotta take care of other things. Like
yeah, I don't think it was difficult for me because, hold on, my bad.
No, you good.
Yeah, I don't think it was difficult for me because I guess I had my mind made up. That's like when I just wanted to be better for myself.
No, for sure.
I didn't understand who I truly was, and
right. So it was like a lingering, like you kind of knew before you knew you were gonna leave before you ended up actually.
Even like with shoes, like because since I was telling you, like I jumped into it, I still didn't understand like if that's something I really wanted to do.
For sure.
I'm grateful for like where I am and how big the business is, but people don't understand. Like I actually been like, even though I was like behind closed doors, a lot of people didn't see me for real. Even though I was there, it just I was working so much I didn't do the work on myself. So
I understand.
I was doing work for the business, and I had my son mom at the time, I had my son, so I was still trying to balance all that.
No,
and
for
I was
sure.
I had my kid at 21, so.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's pivot. So what were the emotions that you were going through when you first found out you were going to be a father?
Emotions, man.
Like, were you like, yes, let's go? Like, were you like,
Yeah.
what were you feeling?
The news when I got when my son's mom was pregnant, it was when we opened in May.
Okay.
It's like 2 weeks after. I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah, it's crazy timing.
Crazy timing.
Crazy timing.
Crazy timing. But that's when I was like financially good. I was like, okay, because I was living with her at the time.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, that just moved then because business open. I'm well off like right now. That just moved, get our own place. And that's what we did. Like literally next month after the store opened, literally next month, we moved into the place, and like literally went from there. Like and plus when she told me the news, I'm like, finally.
Okay.
Yeah, because
no, that's good.
I was with my son's mom for like 8 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, y'all was together for a while.
For a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it was great timing, and I feel like you're never ready to be a parent. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been telling me.
You're never ready. Never.
You telling me that too?
But like financially, like yeah, you can be ready for financially, but like mentally, like emotionally, you just gotta experience it.
For sure.
Because every kid have a different personality, and even like with me, I didn't know what I was doing. I only have because I grew up with like really just my mom, and I had a stepdad at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I learned much about fatherhood and
Right.
how to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally I was more close to my mom, so I was like, okay, how do I do this?
Right.
I'll look up everything. I was trying to just figure things out, but it's definitely a beautiful thing to have a kid.
No, for sure. So what was becoming a father like? So how was like the transition? Like obviously you found out and you're like, okay, like I got 9 months to lock in, like to figure it out.
Yes.
So what was like becoming a father like?
Becoming a father.
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, I was like big on like my mental health too. I was big on my mental health. So I'm like, okay, my kid is coming. I need to get right.
Right.
Like,
you make sure you clear mind,
clear
clear health,
mind.
Healthy body and spirit.
Yes. Like that's when I started like thinking about like wanting to change my diet and stuff. But I didn't do that till like the next year.
Okay.
But I was like, I gotta figure something out. But I know I started going harder at like with the business. Like just I was there like every single day, bro. I was there like any time.
You was grinding.
And while she was pregnant, I was still taking care of her, coming home, taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure she's good.
That's good.
Yeah, so I do like a lot of like solitude too. So just making sure like my son, I guess get that respect. I don't know, but you got to earn that. So it's something I just wanted to do for myself, to make sure like my son good and he that he can look up to me.
For sure.
So that
you
was
want to be a good role model for him.
Yeah. So that was the big thing for me during becoming a fatherhood.
No, for sure. For sure. So how is it how does it change your perspective, for example? So like how you look at your time, like your goals and like the way that you like show up for yourself and now him.
You saying like right now?
Yeah.
Time? Oh. Now I'm very big on like the way you talk to like your kids. Like I'm very mindful of the things I do for my son, because I understand like I brought him here, so
For sure.
I know he has potential to be something, and I want him to see that for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I see like my son as like
Take your time, brother.
yeah, I guess I can say like my son is like a very big part of like my life every day.
For sure.
So I have him every day, even though I'm co-parenting, but I think about him nonstop to make sure he's on the right path. So he's always part of my goals. Like even me learning how to communicate better, researching things like, because I enjoy health, I enjoy what's good for my body, my son's body. I like to look things up. So he's a very big part of like the things I do. And even with me, like I was saying, like I enjoy bettering myself. That's something like it's a process. It's always gonna be a process.
For sure.
Doing that.
Right.
And I guess like my goal in life is just to be like I guess like master myself.
Right, be the best version of yourself. No,
better
for
version of
sure,
myself.
for sure. So, what was something that since we're talking about all the self growth and development that you've gone through? What is something that you've learned about yourself since you've became a dad? I should have brought me a water up here.
To take a break or something.
Yeah, no, we good. We
Okay.
good.
Learn about myself. Let me see. I guess like my mental patterns, because you gotta be patient with the
For
kid.
sure. For sure.
I guess like yeah, my mental patterns. Like I'll catch myself wanting to yell at him, or just doing things it's not regularly me. So that's like the biggest thing I feel like I learned about myself is just being present and just like knowing he's still growing, and I just gotta be patient with him.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. How old is he now?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. No, for sure. So, how do you juggle being a parent with your goals and passions?
So with that was like the biggest thing for me too. How to juggle, like you were saying, like how to juggle like my goals and So co-parenting, I feel like that helps for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That helps for sure. But the days I do have him, it's more of me incorporating the things I'm doing with him, because everything I'm doing like in life involves like me want to be in front of camera or just like streaming, or just learning how to be a better father. Like I just sit in my room and just like learn these things.
For sure.
And my son can be part of everything I'm doing. Like even when I start, even though I haven't started yet, but it's like one of my goals just to be in front of camera, probably streaming, and just and just teaching people, the father life.
Right, just teaching, showing people fatherhood.
Yeah, fatherhood, and like because I even had like I have a business. I know how it feels to like have a business, be an entrepreneur, like all these things,
Mm-hmm.
or even like, like meditating, all that type of stuff. Like I enjoy like the present moment and like peace, I guess. So my son always be a part of everything I'm doing.
No, for sure.
So it makes it easier how to juggle.
No, 100%. So, you talked about you didn't change your eating habits until a year after your son came along.
Yeah, I have to see when he get there.
Yeah. What was you said? So you live a vegan lifestyle, vegan,
Vegan.
vegan?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between vegan and vegetarian? First of all, because I'm uneducated on this topic. So what is vegan?
Vegan is
Yeah.
strictly like nothing from an animal.
Nothing from
So
like
no
no
milk,
meat,
no
no
meat,
milk,
no
no
milk.
meat, no eggs.
No eggs, nothing from an animal.
Okay.
So it's like plant-based, but you have other vegans who eat junk vegan food still. But
Right.
I'm more of like plant-based.
Okay, for sure.
But vegetarian is, they can still eat cheese and milk, but no meat.
Got you. Okay. So you're like like smoothies. Like what do you eat? What do you normally eat per se? So like, what would you eat for lunch today?
I usually for lunch. Well,
Yeah.
Well, I skip breakfast, so I don't usually eat breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't eat lunch either. So if I'm doing something like this, I won't eat because
Okay.
I want my mind clear.
Right.
But what I usually eat, so I'll skip breakfast, and I'll probably eat around like 2:00. And it's usually like sweet potatoes, lentils, quinoa, kale. It's like a one big bowl I make. Peppers. I'll put like hemp seeds in it, flax seeds for like the protein too.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what I mainly eat, but I can make a lot of stuff with vegan food.
Okay, no, for sure. So yeah, your son inspired to change, but was there anything else that inspired you to be like, I'm finna go vegan? Like, because there's obviously different ways that you could change your diet and to better yourself than becoming vegan. So what made you be like, I want to do vegan living?
My son and my mental, because growing up, I always had like, I don't know, I always felt like something was like going on with me. I don't know, like mentally, because I'll sit in class and I see people raising their hand, answering the questions. I'm like, I'm still trying to understand the question. I'm sitting here like, okay. Then I get caught on, I'll never know the answer. But I even grew up like with ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I was even on medication before in high school.
Oh, really? Okay.
A lot of people didn't know that. But I wasn't on for long. But it was like, yo, it was like Adderall. I'm like, yo, this is not it.
Right.
But so I always had like, I was always constantly, I always known that I had ADHD, but I didn't know where it was coming from.
Right.
Like, so that's when it started shifting. When I got the news about my son's mom was pregnant, and that's when I started looking up like how to better my brain health, and that was the food. So like the year later when my son got here, that's when that's when I slowly started like wanting to change the diet, and even like the milk. What's that called? The formula.
Yeah.
I was making my own formula.
Really?
Yes.
So what were you making? How are you making it?
Oh, I can't remember. It was like hemp seeds. What was it? Hemp seeds. It was like hemp seeds, water, agave, something else. I can't remember. It was like I can't remember, man.
It's all right.
It's those ingredients though for sure.
No, that's all right. So how hard was the transition? Because like, you know, we're in the United States. Food is everywhere. It's advertised.
Yeah.
It's all over TV. You can't watch TV without seeing some food. You can't drive down the street without seeing food. So how hard was the transition for you?
The transition. It was definitely difficult because I was at the time I was staying with my son's mom. We were living together, I should say, and she was still eating like meat and stuff.
Right.
So the meals we started becoming different. So sometimes like I would crave certain things like chicken and stuff, but I think with my like mental, like I feel like my mental is very strong. So it's like I did it cold turkey. So
You just straight up was just like, I'm finna start doing this, and then you just did it.
So I ate my like last chicken sandwich. I told myself I'm gonna eat my last chicken sandwich. I went to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Okay.
I'm like, let me go get this last chicken sandwich and just eat it. Then after that day, I just went vegan. It's been 2 years now, and I don't have like the urges anymore. It's just like more of like now it's like I'm in the process of, like what's better for me. Where am I deficient in? Like am I low on iron? Like certain things like that.
Right. So you gotta take like supplements and all that to even it out and everything, or
Yeah, it depends like what I'm deficient in. Like iron, I would take supplements for that. But
okay, no,
Yeah.
for sure. So what would you say the toughest part about being vegan is?
because sometimes you can be deficient in certain things and you wouldn't know. Like I get cold
Right.
easy, so
Really?
that's that's what it is. Like that's like certain things about being vegan, because now you gotta actually pay attention of what makes you feel like better and make sure your energy is good. But yeah, I say that's like the toughest thing. Also, even going like to family functions,
Oh yeah,
holidays,
that's tough.
I like Easter, which is what 2
Yeah,
days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
I could eat nothing besides fruit. I'm like,
Nothing? You couldn't even eat no like green beans?
It was meat in it. I'm like, it's meat in everything, man. I'm like, come on. But
Meat and the green beans?
it was meat in the green beans, bro.
Interesting. I mean, I've had it before, but still. Like,
Man, I can eat nothing, so I was eating fruit.
I'm
That's
sorry for that. That's so unfortunate. I had such a great such a great Easter.
I bet you did, man.
All right. So, yeah, that's so tough. Like
Yeah.
you just at
Watching.
the table watching.
Yep. I'm like, let me just go smoke or something.
Right. Nah, literally. So, do you feel like a change do you feel like more connected with like your mind and like your body for say?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like once I started making that transition, when I went vegan, that's when I like started like losing weight at first. I'm like, yo, is this right?
Did you lose a lot of weight or was it just
I was starting at like 140.
Okay.
So once I went vegan and like eating the foods and stuff, I dropped to like 122.
Oh,
no,
wow,
my bad,
you were-
128. Like 128.
still you was real
Still,
like
I'm
yeah.
like, yo. But the only reason that happens is because now you're losing the toxins that's not supposed to be in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started like eating the right foods, like right vegan foods or plant-based foods, like,
The weight came back.
the weight was like started gaining slowly, and I didn't even work out for real. So I was going up to like 145, like 150, just by eating. I'm like, oh snap, this is working.
Right, no, for sure.
That's when I started to keep going, and my energy levels would be like higher. My mental, it's like I can start processing things better, because I struggle with like processing like information.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't stick. But once I went vegan, it's like, okay, I was
You was just more clear. You felt like you
I
was
was in
really
awe. I'm like,
functioning.
yo, this is like really working.
No, for
'Cause I
sure.
always struggled with it growing up, so I'm like, it's definitely a big change for me.
Right. This was the ADHD medication you
Yeah,
needed, not the
yes,
pills.
not the pills. I'm like, this is working right here.
Nah, for sure. So, transitioning a little bit, how did your vegan lifestyle impact your new brand, Originally Rooted?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so once I went like vegan and stuff, I started getting more connected with like organic things, even animals. I ain't always big on animals, but even animals, I started getting connected, like wanting to, I guess like the world to be better and wanting people to understand like organic like fabric is better for your skin. It's recyclable, and so I was big on that, and I'm still am. And with Originally Rooted, I just felt like I should come up with a brand that would help people like understand like who we originally are. We like make sure like you find just like who you truly are to be authentic to yourself.
No, for sure.
So I was big on that because I've struggled with that too. Because I've been going through the process of doing that, like trying to find who I'm truly I am. So I wanted people to feel good mentally and like with the clothes on too.
No, for sure. So go through like how you did the drop and came up with the name, like because the way you dropped it was like really cool. I think
Yeah.
like you guys did a photo shoot in like a greenhouse or something. That was how did you come up with that idea and like
Yeah.
who was behind that?
Yeah. So mainly the idea originally Rooted, I came up with the name. That's something I always want to do, something organic. I always want to do an organic brand, and like the process of that was just like, I also had like a partner with me as well. I've known him, you know Michaela,
Yeah.
her husband.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we were doing this together, and we were both like into clothes and stuff. But it was like a majority of the things like I enjoy already.
For
So
sure.
it was helping me like push that, and I enjoy like nature. I enjoy like the nature vibes. Like you know, you can get anything from nature. It's
You
just
really can.
yeah. So it's something like I enjoy, and that like during the drop. Well, actually, let me say the T-shirt is called like Mother Nature.
Mhm.
I don't know if you gonna pull it up or something, but
Yeah, they'll see it in the clips.
okay,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
they'll see it. I'll pull it
yeah.
up.
So you like on the back of it, you will see like Mother Nature, like the woman, and the idea came from like wanting to be in nature because so it just correlates.
for sure.
Yeah. So
No, most definitely. So, do you guys have any more plans to do any future drops? Any more shirts?
yeah, for sure. So now I'm in the process because I did slow down. So
You're a dad. We understand.
Yeah,
We understand. Life happens.
but I'm in the process of actually designing the tees myself
Okay.
and dropping that because I feel like art takes time and
100%.
plus there's no time on art anyways. So
No.
I feel like I want to be like more involved, like how the t-shirt's made, where it's coming from, the designs of it. Like I want to be more involved. So I can't give you a date when I'll be back onto it, but it's in the process.
Well,
for
you
sure.
working for sure.
Yeah.
No, most definitely. So another transition. You drove a Tesla.
Yeah.
At one point. Did that have anything to do with you being like more healthy, like more Earth vibe, or you just like I want to get a Tesla, just get a Tesla?
I guess it was more of like me being young and I wanted the car because I see like it's like I was in this moment where when business did open, I'm like I did want a new car, and the guy we opened this the guy who owned the smoke shop, he had a Tesla. I'm like, okay, this might be a good investment. And during that time, I did look up like if its batteries is better for the environment. It said yes. So I'm like,
You was
okay,
like, let's do it.
let's do it. So it was like a little bit, but it's like more of just
You
just
you just wanted a
just
new
wanted
car.
to do it.
For sure. So explain the driving of it because aren't they like super fast? Like don't they got like it's like literally you can like
yeah, man.
and then so
insane.
and then did you have like an at home charger or did you like go to the charging stations or whatever they're called? Like how did that work?
It was both. So they give you a charger,
Okay.
home charger, but it doesn't charge that good. You have to get like a full like charger installed in your home.
Like the whole station or whatever?
Yeah, but The one they give you already is like mainly for to charge over like for a day or something. That's
Right.
when like
So if it's like you just you're not
not
leaving the
going
house
nowhere.
and you just plug it in, like would you just plug it into like the wall or something? And
yeah,
then
like a regular outlet. You just pull the cord be hanging outside.
that doesn't
But
seem right at all.
yeah, but I go to charger station too. It's like
Okay.
take around like 30 minutes to fully
Okay,
charge.
that's not bad. So like with the charging station, what do you swipe your card and then you just charge it?
You can have the car on the app.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
I think that's the only way actually. You have to have
Oh,
the app.
okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's
I did
all.
not know there was a Tesla app.
Yeah, it's a Tesla app. So
Got you. So why'd you get rid of it? You was just tired of it? You was just like, or
yeah, it was more of I definitely was because during wintertime it's so butt.
for real?
Yeah, wintertime is not. I don't know how people drive a Tesla in the wintertime.
Is it all-wheel drive or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
But it's not about the driving. It's just about like the charging.
Oh,
And it takes
yeah.
way longer to charge when it's cold. And plus, there'd be lines. There's lines to even charge a car. I remember I waited in line. I was at like 20 miles waiting in line. Once I finally got in the front of the line, I was at 1 mile. So that's scary.
No, for sure.
Just like it's cold and
I was
your
just about to
battery would
ask,
drop.
has it ever died on you? Like
Yes, 3 times.
what
So bad.
So what happened? Like when it dies, you just like you gotta call a tow truck or
Yeah,
like
you have to call a tow truck.
you can't like
There's no battery pack you can pull out.
that's so they tow you to the charging station?
Yeah, it'll tow you to the charging station. And
Bruh.
them toll fees be like they just be charging out. It'd be crazy price. I'm like,
It do be crazy prices.
like, yo, it's right down the street.
Yeah, no, that's bogus.
Yeah, so that's the thing about it too. Is like, say like you're in an apocalypse or something, you're over with.
Literally, like you in a hunch, like you late to work.
Yeah,
like,
you can't hold a gasoline jug and just fill it up. You got
right.
Your car is
literally-
stuck there.
Literally, yeah. There's no. I'll get gas on the way to work
Yeah, you
tomorrow.
can't do none of
yeah,
that.
no. Okay, yeah. Because I was thinking about getting. I'm not thinking about it, but like I've thought about. What if I had an electric car? You like sold me against it.
I feel like hybrid would be better.
Yeah, low key. My homie got a hybrid. It sounds like a spaceship. It's hard.
What does he have?
He has like the 2025 Camry, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's real tight. It's
bet it
white.
is.
Yeah, it's nice.
The Camry's
It's
so
real
different.
nice. So so wrapping up here, looking back, what is something that you understand about growth that you didn't when you were younger?
That's a good question. Growth takes time, man. I feel like
100%. It's not an overnight thing.
it's not an overnight thing at all, and it's like a full on process. Especially if you want to dig deep, like to understand like who you truly are. It's you gotta be patient with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes there could be some ugly about yourself. It's like ooh, so
Yeah.
So it's like
It ain't gonna be
you
pretty
gotta-
all the time.
It's not gonna be pretty all the time at all. So you gotta be patient and just like
Baby, like